Welcome back everyone, I'm Kate Plays Games, this is SnowRunner. Let's speak a little quietly, we don't want to wake up our little driver. He's had a busy day. He's built a gigantic oil rig, we got promoted to level 5, we've got bigger tyres on the Fleetstar, and we've got more jobs to do, so let's wake him up. Yo, dude. Wakey wakey. There you go, he's awake now. Oh, big stretch, there we go. I love that the developers did that. They didn't have to do that, where he falls asleep and you turn the engine off. They didn't have to do that, but I'm glad they did. Okay, we've got a couple of easy little local contracts. These are not tasks, which are the on-map things. These are contracts, so they're going to be paying us more XP and more everything. We need to just go over the river, get this fuel tank, and take it into town. Easy peasy for us. And then I think we'll go up to the trailer store, buy a cargo something high slot, or will we? Yeah, that sideboard trailer's got stuff in it. I was thinking about using this sideboard trailer, because they also want 2 consumables from the farm, and they want 2 planks from the lumber mill. In fact, what we'll do actually is that we'll deliver the fuel carrier to town, and then we'll just recover ourselves back to the garage, put a low saddle on, pick up a low saddle trailer, pick up the consumables, pick up the wood, and then drop it in the town, and that'll be that. Easy. Right, let's go. We really should spend an episode exploring. We've done a lot of fairly boring cargo delivery. It's not been that boring. We did do a massive special mission trailer at the end of last episode, so that was good. I nearly fell off the bridge then, wasn't watching what I was doing. I think it's getting a little bit towards night time, so it's going to be difficult to see what's going on, but we'll be fine. Just need to come and get this little trailer. We'll just drive up here. Yeah, we should really do an episode of exploration and uncovering Watchtowers and picking up all the upgrades and seeing if there's any more trucks and trailers we can take back and sell. Right, give me this trailer. Let's go back the way we came and deliver it to town. Again, like I said right at the start, this game is really about planning and decision making and problem solving and strategy. It's not really a driving game. The driving is just what you do after you've done all the other stuff, just putting the plan into action. Slowly upgrading the Fleetstar. We found 2 upgrades so far in our entire run, both of which have been for the Fleetstar. One of them comes with it, because you find it right next to the Fleetstar when you find the Fleetstar next to the garage. That was all-wheel drive. And then we found the raised suspension literally just here. We're just driving past it right now. So we found 2 upgrades. They've both been for the truck we have, and they've come in very handy. They let us get bigger wheels and all-wheel drive on our Fleetstar to make it much more capable. And we've got the half fuel warning on our Ank again, but that's not a huge issue. Just before we hand in this fuel trailer, we will of course siphon off enough fuel to fill up my own tanks, because that's how we do. We get paid money, we get paid experience, and we're going to steal some fuel as well. Because why not? I'll put that waypoint way too far away. Oh well. There we go, I got rid of it. I am putting off doing all the logging stuff, because logging is tedious and logs weigh a lot. Medium logs are 8 tons, long logs are 12 tons, and long logs require a special attachment on your truck. And I have a very special truck in mind for that. And as we know, when we went into the... well, we dipped through the log lumber mill log centre quite some time ago. All of these logging sites are massive mud pits, so I'm gonna buy another truck for doing that. We're gonna have to make enough money to buy it. Logging's pretty much almost the last thing you do, because it's so terribly tedious. Right, let's just siphon the fuel now. You can do it on the run. I'm not quite sure how that works. Maybe the guy just runs out and transports the fuel as the truck is coasting on its own. As I said, this is not a truck simulator, it is a video game. Do remember that. This is about to disappear. Oh, okay. It's one of these, is it? Right, fine. This will not disappear until we've brought all the cargo, so we're going to have to drag it to leave ourselves enough room to actually deliver the rest of the cargo. That's really annoying. Let's detach the trailer, recover this thing, customize it, saddle low, check if anything else unlocked when we hit level 5. I would doubt it, but apparently we have now unlocked the raised suspension for this. Is there any point to doing it? Have we unlocked its off-road tyres? Okay, let's just put the raised suspension on it and see if any more tyres could become available. Oh yeah, okay. Apparently, like all the other off-road tyres are locked behind rank 8, but these special Ank off-road tyres you can just buy whenever. So, alright. So this has now got bigger wheels on it, which is nice, because larger wheels is just better. Do we really need a taller snorkel on this thing? Probably not. Alright, well this has actually got better, so that's good. Let's have a look at the little clown car. Most of its upgrades seem to be stuck behind unlocks. Yeah, we actually have to go and find the raised suspension upgrade for this thing. But that's fine. Hey, look, you can get the small roof rack now. Hurrah, it can actually carry some fuel. And apparently, that's 4 spare wheels, even though it only looks like 1. And these spare wheels will fit on any truck. Because of the magic of video games. Right, let's bust this joint. We need to go to the farm, pick up 2 consumables, and then hit the lumber mill and get 2 wooden planks. And then we're good. Alright, so this truck's more capable now. I'm not sure when that unlocked. It must have been at rank 5. It could have been at rank 4. We haven't had this thing in the garage for quite a while. I mean, what an absolute beast. What an absolute monster this truck is. And the A&K Civilian will still be useful all the way through your game, because it does get a good range of upgrades. It can have upgraded engines, as we saw. It gets bigger raised suspension, bigger tyres. It just becomes very, very capable. And the only downside is its very small fuel tank. And whilst we're here, I'm going to detach the trailer. Because I do distinctly remember seeing, many episodes ago, a little car stuck in the middle of this field. And this is the perfect vehicle to go and get it. Yes, it's a drowned car. Oh, okay. Even the Ank with the big wheels is struggling a little bit. Let's just drive out of the big puddle. Where do you need to go, little car? This is Drowned Scout. He just needs to go to the farm. Well, we can do that. I mean, we are literally at the farm. So, give me that. Go to automatic and reverse. Just pull the little car behind us. Detach. Turn myself around. Probably enough. We're still in range? Yes, good. Right, let's go. Come on, little car. Come on, little car. Let's get you home. Well, that was some easy money and experience, wasn't it? It took about 3 minutes, so happy days. Oops, took a little bit of damage myself. Bam! There we go. 1100 cash and 180 more experience. Lovely. glad I remembered about that now. Every little opportunity to make some money and get some XP at this stage of the game can make a big difference. And that did not take too much time, did it? Not too much time at all. Right, come on, turning circle. Actually turn. No, okay. That's the other limitation of this truck. It's terrible turning circle. But the good thing about it not having a crane and the cab being so far forward and the saddle being so far back is that you can jackknife significantly and still just pull out of it, which is great. Some trucks can only turn so far before something else hits the rear trailer. This truck, not a problem. Actually, whilst we're here, I spotted out of the corner of my eye, when I was perusing the map off camera, what looks very much like a truck down here. And I know that this is a big swamp, because I may have played this game once or twice before. So let's go and investigate that whilst we're in this truck, and let's make it morning. Because I also know there's a fuel trailer stuck between these two little cabins down here. So we can do whatever this thing in the swamp is and then refuel ourselves and then be on our merry way. Thank you. Right, give me some fuel, Mr. Fuel Trailer. Oh, he's a full fuel trailer. Sometimes these fuel trailers are like half empty. Sometimes they're almost completely empty. I mean, now we've got the bigger wheels on this thing and it's an Ank. You know, I thought we'll just come and investigate. Lots of dead trees to use as winching points if we need to. Who are you? You objective to drowned highway truck. Where do you need to go? The farm. Well, that's literally just here, so let's winch it. Like so. And reverse. We'll just drag it out backwards. Come on, steering wheel. Attempting this in the GMC or the Fleety, good luck. Even if they're upgraded, good luck. Come on, come on. Are we stuck on that goddamn tree? I think we are. No, it wasn't me that was stuck. Oh, crap. It was this thing. This truck is stuck on something. I'm not sure what it was, but I think I pulled it out now. Just shorten the winch cable. Gives you more control. In fact, I'm just going to detach the winch cable and I'm going to drive out forwards. Yeah, there's so many dead trees in this little swamp because the designers kind of had in mind that you would use the GMC or the Fleet. No, not engine off. Cable. Right, let's go. Come on, stupid truck. Pull the winch at the same time as driving forwards. Just drag it out of the swamp. So of course when the game first came out, the ANK Civilian did not exist. As I said, this was added to the in-game store when Season 6 came out, but you do not need to own the Season 6 DLC to be able to buy the Fleet Star. So as I said before previously, recreating the original experience of the game is very difficult because lots of trucks have become available and lots of balancing has been done and lots of new trailers have been added to the store. So getting an authentic original experience is pretty much impossible, which is just as well because you guys would not enjoy that. Let's just drive off-road because we can. Watch out for tree stumps. Well, that was easy. That's another bunch of money and experience for 2 minutes work. There we go. Here's your truck. Bam. But that was not a truck we got to keep. That was just a truck we had to return to someone. So we got money and experience, but that's all that matters. So really trying to get to the next rank, which is rank 6 to unlock the all-terrain tyres for the Fleet Star. And maybe something else for a little clown car as well. Right, that was easy. Right, we're slowly clearing the map of tasks. I suppose I'll meet you in town. Let's go. And here we are coming into town. Got the consumables from the farm. Got the wooden planks from the lumber mill. That's another big contract done. So that's 2 tasks and a contract done on the way here. Lovely. That's what we like to see. Get round the corner, you bitch. There you go. Turning circle and fuel tank are the limitations of this truck. Other than that, it's absolutely fantastic. Right, we need to enter this warehouse from this side because the fuel bowser is sitting on the other side. Because it didn't disappear when we got it into the delivery zone like it should have done. So just come here, deliver all this, contract done. Lovely. Apparently that unlocked lots of other stuff. Okay, that wants us to deliver concrete slabs and service spare parts to the quarry in Smithfield Dam. Let's not do that. That's more Smithfield Dam stuff. We'll accept it anyway because there's no penalty for not accepting. Why are these ones locked? We need to complete that and be rank 8. Okay. There you go. See, some things are locked behind other things. Lost container. We were going to do that with a fleety. So anything we can do here while we're here. What about Motel Woes? What is that? Okay, they've got a curtain side trailer which is here. And someone else has got a stuck trailer which is here. Okay, so there's 2 curtain side trailers which need to get brought back into town. Well, that's fine, because we've got like basically a really good off-road truck. So we'll do both of those while we're here. What's this missing machinery one? Oh yeah, that's where you pick up all these and deliver them to the factory. Again, you're going to need a crane, because they're just literally just lying on the floor. Okay. What is this drainage one? Drainage. Okay, it's just drive into swamps. That's why it says off-road truck recommended. And what is Riverside Repair? Let's have a look. Deliver 2 service spare parts and 2 wooden planks to the boatman's house. I believe there's 2 service spare parts. Yeah, lying on the floor there. Again, that's for the fleety because we're going to need to crane them. What we are going to do is go from here up to the trailer store and then sell this trailer, pick up that one, bring it back into town, wherever it goes, and then we'll go back all the way up here, get this stuck trailer. I believe one of the drainage wants us to go there, so we'll do that. And then we'll bring the trailer back this way, and that goes somewhere in town as well. And then we might as well do that watchtower. In fact, I think we'll do the watchtower first. Yeah, why not? Let's do the watchtower first. Right, plans made. Let's put them into action. Let's go. Let's do some stuff. Let's get more XP and more money. Because we want to upgrade our stuff. We have been doing very small, moderate upgrades like bigger wheels. I mean, bigger wheels do make a big difference. We haven't got any new gearboxes or engines or anything good like that yet. But, you know, it'll come. It will come. I'm just going to leave our trailer here. You do need to be careful where you detach your trailer. If the trailer is pointing downwards, then reattaching it may be a bit of an issue. But that looks okay. I just need to... I couldn't be bothered to turn the trailer around here, so I'll just take the truck over. Because even for the Ankh, it's a bit of a struggle, as you can tell. Very deep, very wet mud. And bam! What has this uncovered? Nothing. Did we know about that upgrade? I don't think we knew about that upgrade. Okay, so we've uncovered a new upgrade up in this house. As I said, we might have to do some exploration later on in this episode. Go around and pick up all these upgrades. Uncover more watchtowers. We have done a lot of cargo stuff in the last few episodes. The makers of this game did make an entire game all about scouting called Expeditions. Reviews are mixed. If you really like scouting, you'll really like that game. They also made another game called Roadcraft, which is basically building roads over all these muddy pools and big stretches of water. That has been much better received, but it's a very different game to SnowRunner. SnowRunner itself is still very much in active development. They've literally just, at time of recording, released the year 5 pass, so there's another 4 regions of between 1 and 4 maps each to look forward to in the coming year, 2026. And as long as it sells well, I see no reason for them to stop producing SnowRunner content. Sell that trailer, we'll buy something to fuel ourselves up, probably a maintenance trailer. There we go, we'll just repair as well, because why not? Sell it straight away, and let's go and get these 2 trailers and get them back into town. Again, just keeping the camera moving, just to try and peek around corners, see what's ahead, and work out the camber of the road. Okay, that's a little bit nasty. Don't want to take that corner at any great rate of knots. Okay, this isn't the stuck trailer, this is the Motel Woes, so we want to track Motel Woes. Yes it is, Motel Woes. Oops. There we go, grabbed it. Let's get back into town, drop this thing off. Come on, little trailer. Time for you to go back to the motel. The makers of SnowRunner made 2 previous games. The first one was Spin Tires. There's very much just a tech demo. And then the developers of Spin Tires had a falling out, and the original dev kind of kept most of the rights, but a lot of the rights went to another team, and they made another game called the Mud Runner. Mud Runner is a little bit more of a truck simulator than SnowRunner is. You can do things like change your tyre pressures, and the liquid physics was a bit better, and you could actually see the depth of the rivers and the river current. But the only thing you could deliver to Mud Runner was logs. It was just a logging simulator. So yeah, and SnowRunner was like the amalgamation of the pinnacle of everything they've been working for on both these 2 games. You can pick up a Mud Runner on Steam in Steam sales for like $4 or $5 every now and then, so just keep your eye open. If you somehow get bored of playing SnowRunner after you've completed every map and done your 1500 hours and you still want more, go and buy Mud Runner and you'll get another 30 or 40 hours out of that. Spin Tires has been removed from Steam. It sometimes comes back, like it pops in and out of Steam. I think you can get it on Epic or GOG as well. I'm not 100% on that because it does pop in and out of existence quite a lot. Here we go, just try not to damage our truck on any road furniture. And done. Easy. I actually want to do drainage next, so we actually need to come this way and get the pump and then go and get that trailer and drag the trailer up the hill and then come this way back to town. Fuel is fine, we literally just fueled up, so we good. Even though the fuel station's literally there, we can see it from here. I'm not going to bother. I think we'll be fine. Probably famous last words, but here we go. We're very much picking like low-hanging fruit tasks today. We're just doing as many different tasks as we can, as quickly as we can for XP and money. Chaining them together quite nicely. Ow, whatever that was, it hurt. Don't drive blindly through bushes, you idiot. Okay, this is a little bit deep. Even the Ankh got surprised by that. Horrible swamps. But we're fine in low gear, we just chew through it. And different gears have different fuel consumption and people obsess about that, but I don't know why. They just get obsessed with fuel efficiency. Maybe even hardcore players obsess about it because you have to pay for fuel. And you have to, like trailers, you only sell trailers for half of what you buy them for. So if you buy a fuel trailer and then use all the fuel and sell it back, you lose half your money. But other people just obsess about fuel efficiency. I'm like, just go and buy some fuel, or go to a trailer store and buy some fuel, man. Just chill out. There ain't no need to be so pedantic about fuel usage. When it comes to upgraded engines, a larger engine will obviously have a higher fuel usage, but that is usually offset by the extra power it gives you. Because you can struggle with a weaker engine which has a better fuel efficiency through things like this swamp. Like at the minute we're burning like between 7 and 10. Maybe a bigger engine will get through like 15, but it'll move us through this terrain faster. So you'll get to your next fuel stop faster. And there's no point spending 20 minutes in a swamp travelling at 1 mile an hour. And then you'll be, I did it on only 4 litres a minute fuel usage. And I'm like, yeah, I blazed through it in 10 seconds with 25 litre fuel usage, mate. You know, you do need to keep your perspective. Like, gearboxes can have a larger effect on fuel usage. Because when you use all-wheel drive, lots of gearboxes have penalties to the fuel usage when you use all-wheel drive. And trucks like this, which always have all-wheel drive on, means that you always get that penalty. So then you can choose between your high-range gearbox or your off-road gearbox, or even just leave it on this standard gearbox. Different gearboxes have different penalties to using all-wheel drive. Again, none of that is shown to you in-game. Look at the links below, and you will find everything you ever wanted to know about SnowRunner, and probably a lot more besides. Come on, little truck, you can make it. Unless these stupid trees get in the way, we should just crawl our way to this water pump thing. See the blue hatching on the ground? That indicates just the location you're trying to get to. Oh my god, we got stuck on a tree, but the tree despawned. As soon as I stopped, it despawned. This is a good thing, and that tree has also despawned. These broken trees are a boon and a curse. They're very nice to winch onto. If you drive over them, you can sometimes get extra traction, but sometimes they just refuse to move, and they act like pole vaults and fling you into the air or just stop you from moving entirely. Okay, halfway through the swamp, we've done that. Now we need to switch over to the other task, which was stuck trailer. And just on the other end of this swamp is indeed the stuck trailer. Lots of big trees to winch onto, lots of dead trees to winch onto. We shouldn't be in any problems here. Just take it nice and slow in low gear, just chill out. Ain't no rush. Go on a nice little island, get some terra firma under our tyres. And here is the missing trailer. Thank you. Rocks. We like rocks. Rocks equals grip. Oh yeah, give me the rocks. And if you tilt your camera and turn your headlights on, you can actually spot a lot of the underwater obstacles. It's really quite nice that way. Okay, we've made it to the lost trailer. I'm not going to reverse and hook into this thing. I'm just going to winch it out. We'll hook into it when we get on dry land. Again, doing this in like the GMC or the Fleet Star, not happening. Well, Could do it by winching all the trees, but it would just take you so long to do it. Just buy a better truck, man. Just buy a better truck. And we're back on dry land, so let's go into automatic mode, reverse, actually attach the trailer, and there you go. And let's get this thing back into town. Oh come on, this hill's not that steep. I know we're pulling a lot of dead weight behind us, but come on. Ow! Oh, popped a tyre like an idiot. Oh, damn it. Right, what we're going to do now, we're going to detach the trailer and we're going to go and get fixed up. Damn it, I hit the concrete barriers. We're all mashed up, but luckily the trailer store is literally here. What an idiot. And we don't even have a spare tyre on the truck, so I can't fix myself, so we're going to have to just brave it. But you know what, the A&K's got so much power. Even a flat front wheel is not stopping it, it's just soldiering on. But that was the biggest mistake we've made so far. We still haven't flipped over and we haven't lost any cargo. I did flip, well, we did flip over. I flipped over the Fleetstar with the Ankh when I was trying to winch it round, and I flipped it over like a fool. But we haven't made any major errors so far. This is just a little boo-boo. Luckily we're close enough to hear. Right. What is the damage? Yeah, not great. Suspension's kind of half damaged. Popped one of the tyres. Buy me a maintenance trailer, please. Thank you. Repair myself. Thank you. Might as well refuel myself while we're here. You idiot. Right. Nothing happened. Nothing to see here. I didn't do anything wrong. Everything's fine. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. But a moment's inattention. I forgot that we were coming up on a T-junction, and that was it. Straight into the barriers and popped a tyre. Could have been worse. It could have been a ruptured fuel tank, and when you rupture a fuel tank, and depending on how much damage a fuel tank takes, you can lose all your fuel very quickly. I might not even have made it to the trailer store. So let's hook back into this. It's too far away. Of course it is. Excuse me, could you just attach the trailer, please? I'm just going to have to back up because the trailer was going to hit this telegraph pole. Hey, don't drive into these concrete barriers again, boy. There you go. What an idiot. Again, that's where the problem solving came in. I realised exactly where I was and where the nearest remedy to that situation was. If the trailer store was not here, what I would have done was brought the Scout or the Fleetstar up here with a trailer or an add-on to fix this truck. In hard mode, that's pretty much what you have to do. You end up owning a lot of trucks in hard mode, and they're all like specialised. You'll have some trucks which only have fuel tanks on them and they're your mobile fuel bowsers, and others have repair points because they're your repairers. There we go. Right, what now? Let's just go and get these 2 upgrades, because we're fully fueled, we're here, we're in a really good off-road truck, so let's just go and grab these, and then we might, if we've got enough fuel, we'll open this watchtower as well, because there could be something else hidden back here. I don't think there is, but we'll at least get some experience for opening that watchtower. Right, let's go with our 176 litres of fuel. Let's do this thing. What is going on with me and missing my turn-offs today? Oh, lovely. Driving off into the sunset. But that's a bad thing. Let's spin it round to the morning so we can see what we're doing in the forest. You know, spent a nice night in town, went to the bar, spoke to some locals. They're quite happy. They don't mind being off the road while I'm fixing everything in their entire region. Michigan's very happy to just stay at home and let me do all the work. That looks a little bit bumpy. Aha, we see an upgrade symbol. Broken down car with the upgrade symbol painted on the top. Not much use here, but in some maps, like when you're up on a cliff, you can see these cars from quite a distance away. Okay, it's an engine not available for the current truck. Show the truck list, and it is available for the Chevy. Hey, that's our little scout car. That's got a better engine now. Nice. That's why you want to pick up all the upgrades. Because we did look at the Chevy, and a lot of its upgrades were locked behind. You have to go and find this upgrade. Like, they weren't locked behind levels. So that's kind of why we're doing what we're doing. Oh, this is not going to be a problem. Again, it's just a destroyed car. It doesn't have this icon on it, so it's not an upgrade. Oh, I'm glad we're doing this in an ANK civilian. Oh, that is for damn sure. I mean, you don't even have to do tasks and contracts. You can just drive around for fun. We're not going to fit through there, are we? No, we're not. So let's back up and go to the fuel station, and then we'll come down the road, and then we'll go up this little trail. Open the watch. No, we won't. We'll come all the way down the road, up here, hit the watchtower, and then hopefully we'll be able to access that upgrade from this direction, because we are not going to squeeze through there. Ain't happening. Again, decision making. Ow, ow, whatever that was, it hit me twice. Front wheel and back wheel. Yeah, you sometimes get tree roots sticking out the ground and they'll just stab you in the tyres. It happens. And the thing about tree roots, exposed tree roots are the absolute devil. They're really springy, they're really strong, they do not despawn or deform, they just stop you dead. They are the absolute devil. And we didn't even get a depth warning there because it got the bigger tyres. It lifts the truck out of the water. Nearly crashed into the barriers. That would have been bad. And this is where we started the game. People mythologise that that is where our character lives, his little house. Probably true, actually. Oh! Oh, we nearly tipped over then. Because of that tree stump. God damn. That was scary. A little bit of poo came out. Okay, I missed the turning. Apparently we had to go straight up the hill, so I'll go straight up the hill, because I can. Because ANK Civilian has all the power in the world. Let's just do it. Bit of a turn. This is kind of meant for the scout car, but you know what? The Ank can make it. It's strong and powerful. Steering's a bit dodgy, but it'll make it. There we go, easy, straight through the mud because it's an Ank. Aha, we have the watchtower. Just be careful because that little bit of road is a little bit off camber. Nothing hiding here, but we at least got another little bit of experience for opening the watchtower. Oh, this is a little bit narrow. Okay, let's just tickle the accelerator on our way through here. Stick as close to the left as we can. Ooh. Oh, that's a little bit naughty. But we made it. Now where do we need to go? Left. Let's watch the camber of the road. Take it slowly. Watch out for these rocks, 'cause they'll tip you up as well. There we go. This looks a little bit muddy, but mud is of no consequence to an Ank civilian. Oh god, ew. Ew. Oh, I don't like this. This is naughty. Right, let's try and winch ourselves. Oh, god damn. That was obviously winched onto a little tree. Okay, not a fan of this situation at all. Let's put the handbrake on. Okay, we're kind of stuck halfway up this rock now. Make judicious use of the handbrake. Oh, that was all kinds of ew. That was just horrible. But we made it. We recognised the danger. We winched ourselves. Kind of slingshotted our way around these evil rocks. And now we're almost at the top. Hey, that was a little bit tasty to get up to. But I think we've made it in the end. Yes. Jolly good. Hurrah! And what do you have for me, Mr. Upgrade? Race suspension for the Chevy. Hey! Nice. Okay, next thing we're going to do, we're going to go back to the garage, and then we're going to do the rest of this drainage thing, because one's right behind the garage, and the other one is... Or are we going to go back to the garage? Yes, it's easier than driving all the way back down all this sludge. Let's do that. There we go. Whilst we're here, we'll put... Oh, I see. We've gone straight to the best engine then. Fair enough. So we can explore the rest of this place. But we found the biggest engine for this thing. And we've got the race suspension as well. Which means we can get larger tyres on it. Now, this vehicle, for some reason, gets two sizes of bigger wheels that you can only use when you've got the larger suspension on. Now the thing about having larger suspension is that it of course raises the centre of gravity, so this is quite tippy now, especially now you've got this roof rack on the top, so the centre of gravity is really quite high, so you need to be careful in using this truck. Even though bigger wheels are usually better, some cases like this, the race suspension and the bigger wheels have moved the centre of gravity really quite high. Right, let's take the little shortcut that we know and we'll just come and do this pump really quickly, just to knock out this drainage task, just get more XP, more money, try and get to rank 6 so we can get some good tyres on the Fleetstar. I'll rephrase that, some less shit tyres in the Fleetstar. They will not be good tyres, they will just be less crap than what we have. Because we cannot continue for very much longer with the Fleetstar with just highway tyres. It's just doing my head in. Let's just get up this road, splash and splatter our way through the mud. Right, let's... Oops, do this pump thing. Oh, looks to be a truck here as well. I'm seeing yellow hatching on the floor. Okay. Another truck to rescue. Ooh, another tree stump of doom. I'm going to have to drive past the truck to get to the... Oh god, this is deep and horrible, this bit. Ew. Wait, what is this? Drowned heavy truck. Where does this need to go? To the farm. Of course it's the bloody farm. Where else would it be? Okay. And we need to drive around it and hit this pump. Come on. There we go. Don't go too far because that looks really deep. I don't want to drown myself. Now this whole area is in a grey zone. which means that it's not covered by Watchtower. So it could be worth driving all the way around this, just to see if there's anything on the outskirts. I don't think there is. There's 2 or 3 solutions to that. God, this is really deep and nasty here. See, if we just angle our camera, it looks like we need to go to the left and like up this way and then out. So we'll try that. Of course, we do need to actually drag this bloody Kodiak as well behind us. God, has it got an engine? Yes. Has it got fuel? Looks like it. Okay, its wheels are moving. My wheels are not moving. Okay. This might be more difficult than I thought. We're going to have to get ourselves on dry land and hope that our winch is long enough to grab that truck when we get on dry land. Just about in range. Come on. Come on. Engine and winch combined. We just need to make it move. Turn your engine off, you're not really helping. No, this thing just does not want to move. Right. Let's try backing up. Right, that didn't work. God damn. This should be easy in this truck. But just the mud is just so thick here. Are we still within range? Just. Is it moving? Not really. It moved a little bit. It moved a little bit. God damn it. Okay, this is going to be a bit of a nightmare. So I think we need to winch ourselves further off to the left. Try and get on this bit of land here. Yeah, that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. Or does it? Are we in range? Ooh, by a pixel. By 1 pixel. Come on. I don't even care if it tips over. I just need to get it to move. I can flip it back over once it's out of the mud. Well, it's moving better on its roof than it was when it was on its wheels, so I ain't complaining. I'll do it the hard way. Okay, now we need to back up. And I need to actually winch myself this way. Yep. Yep, that's good, that's good, that's good. Ugh. Mud pits, man. Oh, what a nightmare. Well, it's on its side now, but it's still moving. I need to go and get some grip and then reattach and pull and hope it doesn't get stuck in that tree stump. Turn left, pull, 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 pull. Oh, just avoided that tree stump and no more. Wow. And then we'll just let go, get ourselves onto slightly less bad ground. Ugh. This is just horrible. And then we'll drag it this way. Well, it's sliding alright on its side. I don't mind that. Oh. If it wants to flip itself back onto its wheels, I ain't complaining about that either, because that means it can turn its engine on. And it can actually add its... Hey! Add its own locomotion to the party. Let's go! Let's go, little shitty truck. Let's get you to the farm. Because we need to go to the farm anyway, because that's where the final objective for the task we're doing is. Let's just drive along these little sandy cliffs. Oops. Watch out for any tree stumps. I'm not seeing any. This is good, this is good, this is good. Right, let's winch it nice and tight. There we go. Alright. Another truck returned to the farm. He's going to have words with his farmhand, you know. They've got 2 trucks stuck in swamps and 1 scout car stuck in a field. We're going to take the same shortcut as we always do in reverse. I'm not driving through that big mud pit. I'm just going to turn left and go down the hill and come round the back of the garage. Because, I mean, it's almost telegraphed, isn't it? It's almost a road. It's one of the OG shortcuts. Just don't pop your tyres on that length of piping. May or may not have done that a few times. Look, let's get this piece of crap to the farm. It's not looking in the best condition. I mean, it was on its roof and then on its side and then on its wheels, so it's done the full corkscrew. Well done, that little truck. I'd forgotten that was even there. Again, that was a hidden task because it was in a grey zone, not covered by a watchtower. Now, as I said, there are a few ways of uncovering grey zones. You can, of course, just take a truck and see what's in the grey zone and explore it. There is a scout trailer called a prototype exploration unit, which was not in the original game. It was added in one of the later DLCs, but it's in the store now. We can buy it and use it with our scout. It carries 160 fuel and it expends 20 fuel at a time to push a little radar unit out the back, and it scans an area very much like a small mobile watchtower. And it expends 20 fuel each time, so you can only use it 8 times before you have to refuel it, but that's fine. That's another way of doing it. And the third way is to... there's 4 ways actually. Another way is to have a look at the stats screen on the garage, and I'll show you that in just a moment. Hey! Rank 6! Whoop whoop! Well, hallelujah! We made it to rank 6. Oh yeah! Right, that's where we're going now, and then we'll recover this thing to the garage, and we'll have a chat about the statistics screen. Another way you can find out what's in hidden areas is the Map Runner website. Everything in the game is mapped with pinpoint accuracy and actual game maps, so you can use that to cheat if you really want to. If you really can't find something, then feel free to use that. And looks like we need to turn right somewhere now. And just go there and then recover. I'll just hope that it doesn't take 88 fuel to swim over here. I think we're going to be fine. Oh yes. Bam! Drainage done. Where does the fleet start? Oh shit. Fleety is just going to abandon his trailer here and then recover itself. When you're in the garage, plus F4 as it says in the bottom right hand corner, and you get the player profile. This shows you your overall progress in your region and the global of like all maps. So we've done 24% of the Michigan area and 1% of the whole game, yeah. We have found 5 out of 8 vehicles. That's vehicles you can keep. We found 5 out of 8 in that whole region, not on this Black River map. We've unlocked 5 out of 26 watchtowers in the region, and we found 4 out of 21 upgrades. So if you've found everything which watchtowers have uncovered, and you come here and you still see vehicles found and upgrades not maxed out, you know that you've missed something in a grey area. That's another way to tell. Now we're not going to 100% Michigan because we're not going to be doing any of the contests, because I told you I don't like doing contests, so I'm not going to do them. Right, rank 6 means that this boy gets his all-terrain tyres. Huzzah! At the minute we've got these which are 3, 1.2 and 0.2. We obviously don't care about the 3 because the first stat is your asphalt rating. Very few stretches of asphalt in the game, and it doesn't really matter about your grip level on it. These UAD 2s look pretty good, 1.5 and 1.2 respectively, because these are what we've been using. 1.2 in dirt, 0.2 in mud. These are 1.5 in dirt and 1.2 in mud, 1.7 in dirt and 1.0 in mud. So do we want to be slightly better in mud or slightly better on dirt? I think most of the map is going to be dirt. So we're going to go UED 3. Lovely. And we can sell that. Excellent. This truck has now got a lot better. Off-road tyres, rank 8. Another 2,650 experience to unlock those. That's a little bit annoying, but we'll get there. And we need to reach rank 8 to get a longer winch, but that's okay. Yeah, we'll buy a snorkel so it can go in deeper water. Alright, upgrades for the win. Did you unlock anything? Well, you've unlocked your these tyres as well, but it doesn't matter because we've got these and they're much better because these are off-road. Off-road is better than all-terrain. Mud tyres, these ones are a very special case. The Ank Mud Heavy Super 1. The big massive balloon tyres. Now quite often you'll find things like UOD2 will actually be better than the mud because they're not that much less on mud. 1.9 versus 2.4, but they're much better on dirt, and most of the terrain is dirt. But because these ones are so wide, they actually weigh a lot more, so you've got much lower ground pressure, so you can actually float over the top of some mud or ice in some of the other regions, and it gives you more stability as well because they're much wider. And these will give you stability because they're doubles, but the front tyre is really quite thin, as you see, really quite thin. The ones we're wearing are quite wide, so they give us better stability. And I mean, having thin front tyres can be a bit of a pain. When you hit small rocks, it can snap the steering sideways and cause you to flip over or cause big damage to the suspension. So I'm probably going to stick with these, but these big mud tyres, they're all the way at rank 12. But if you look at this, it doesn't even have mud tyres. Off-road is as good as this thing gets. So different trucks have different sets of tyres available. Now what have you unlocked at rank 6? Nothing. Oh man, his mud tyres are very close to rank 7. And these actually are better on dirt than the off-road tyres are. So obviously as soon as we hit rank 7, we'll be switching this thing over to mud tyres because they're just better than the off-roads. Well, alright, that was quite good. Okay, so I really want to get all these last 3 watchtowers done, and then I really want to go and pick up all the upgrades on the map that we haven't found. This watchtower, if you remember, there's a great big swamp here. We pulled a truck out of here. So I think we'll do that in the Ank, and I think we'll do that from coming in from the north and just hit it and then go straight back out the way we came. Then we'll switch back over to the Scout, and the Scout will go up this little tiny road up here, get this watchtower. I believe there's a task to climb one of the hills up here. Is it King of the Hill? Or is it Beyond the Pines? Get the Scout again. Yes, come up here because there is this local entertainment which is driving very slowly up on these rocks and knocking over piles of barrels. We'll do that in the Scout. And then if we've got time, we'll grab the Fleet Star because that's got a crane, and we'll put a low saddle and trailer on that, and we'll go and pick up all these drilling parts and deliver them where they need to go. So let's get moving. Okay, here we are. Let's turn left, get into the swamp, and see how easy we can get to this watchtower. It doesn't seem too far away. It's very swampy here. Let's go to low gear. There we go, that's better. You want your wheels to be turning, but you don't want them to be spinning, because that's a bad thing. Again, we'll just keep to the drier sections, but also not going too far away from anywhere we can winch. Lots of fallen trees, we can winch onto them. This tree here is alive. All the trees in the middle are dead. If you winch onto them, you'll just pull them over. But we haven't ground to a halt at all. We're almost at the watchtower already. This was nice and easy. Again, I just want to go and get all the upgrades, see if there's anything for the trucks we have, or trucks we're about to have, or any trucks we can buy. If we find a really good upgrade, then maybe it might be worth buying the truck. That was easy. And that uncovered absolutely nothing. Aha, the place beyond the spruces. I believe that is the task that wants you to go up that hill. Now, I was going to go and get the Scout, but you know what? We'll just do it in the Ank. The Ank can go pretty much anywhere it wants. It's a very, very capable truck, so we'll just take that up there. If it flips over, we'll just recover it back to the garage. I mean, it's not pulling a trailer or anything, so we don't have to worry about detaching a trailer and leaving a trailer stranded halfway up a hill. Let's make sure to actually activate the task. Here we go. No, I had already accepted it and just couldn't find it in my list because I am an idiot. Right. Yeah, it wants us to go up here, so we'll just be careful with the Ank and get the Ank up here. Okay, let's see how bad this little trail is. Seeing tree roots, I don't like that. Sharp hairpin bends, not a fan of that. That's not too narrow, that's plenty wide. You could drive a tank through there. More tree roots. Almost got flung into the air by some tree roots there. I hate tree roots. And Watchtower ahoy. Let's see what this uncovers. An upgrade right there. Okay, we've been up and down this road lots of times and we've never seen that. This grey area might need investigating, but next place we're going is place beyond the spruces. Of course, we could clear these areas, these grey areas, by getting the scout with a prototype exploration module. Might do that just to uncover the rest of the map. Easy now, Mr. Truck, don't fall over now. Okay, we need to get all the way up there, do we? I might just turn left and drive straight up the mountain because Ank Civilian can do that. Rather than take the twisty, windy, narrow road, we'll just drive straight up the hill because SnowRunner is open world and the roads are simply suggestions. Yep, this seems to be quite a good way of doing this. There we go. Lovely jubbly. And boop. That is a lovely view. Let's just recover. There we go. Now we're going to take the scout out and we're going to get the scout to go and get that upgrade and then go up and over here, kind of come down and get this upgrade. We know the scout can make that little journey there and then we'll get it to get that upgrade. Oh yes, it has left a scout trailer here because it almost got stuck in the mud. Right, we'll go and retrieve that. That will give us some fuel. And then we'll come up here and get this watchtower and do local entertainment. It's quite a long journey, but we're going to be picking up fuel here, and there's a fuel station here on the way, so that's going to be fine. Any more upgrades on the left-hand side of the map? Nope. Right, let's do it. Now we've got a roof rack. This thing actually has some spare fuel, and it's quite top heavy. We have raised the suspension, we put big wheels on it, and we've got a roof rack, so it's going to be a little bit tippy, but I'm sure it'll be fine. If it flips over, we'll just send it back to the garage and come out and try again. It ain't no thing. You could, of course, theoretically strap one of the fuel tank add-ons on the back of the ANK and use that like a heavy scout, because we know it can go pretty much anywhere it wants, and the only limitation is a small fuel tank, so you put a big fuel tank on the back of that thing and it carries 1800 fuel with it. Upgrade, raise suspension for the GMC. Do not care. I've already sold the GMC. I'm certainly not going to buy the truck just to sell the upgrade and then sell the trucks straight away again. That's just a waste of time. But it is another upgrade claimed. Didn't want to take that corner too sharply because this thing is very top heavy. It might have tipped over. Again, drive around the mud, don't drive through the mud. And all the big rocks up here should no longer be an issue because Big suspension, big wheels, lovely. Yep, straight over the top of them. Don't get too blasé about big rocks. If you hit them with your wheels, it can kick your vehicle straight up in the air. But we can scramble over them now. Okay, now we're turning left and finding this upgrade, which is down here somewhere. Just be careful down here, it is a little bit marshy. Just kind of bully our way through. How deep is the water, and more importantly, how shallow is the ramp that leads in. Just move the camera around, we can kind of see where the shoreline is. Some of the shorelines are relatively shallow and some are really steep. You don't want to hit a steep one at an angle. Right, what's this upgrade? SnowRunner gearbox, available for, looks like, every scout in the game. Right, okay then. That is a good result. That is a really good gearbox. I did upgrade the tyres and cargo mod, so it does look slightly different now. See, this now says SL, which is saddle low. It used to say LO for low. It's been upgraded. TT means trailer truck. Small ones, like, I believe there's a Scout one up here, will say TC, trailer car. It's been slightly updated, but it now provides the engine torque. So when you're looking at your engines in the garage, you will now see the power level. Okay, just need to be careful up here because of this camber. Saved myself with a flinch winch. Looked away from the direction I was tipping in and spammed quick winch and hoped that it winched onto something which was substantial enough to let me pull myself back on my wheels, and that time it worked. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes quick winch will latch onto a little bush or a leaf or a twig and it will just rip it straight out of the ground, and over you go. But I don't think there was any small things to grab onto there. It was mostly just big pine trees. That's why we got away with that. Right, approaching the next upgrade location, which is in the middle of the river, which is not fantastic. But we have got race suspension and larger tyres and a snorkel now, so we should be okay. The only problem is if the river's running quite quickly and we're in a very light vehicle, it might sweep us downriver. But it looks to be okay. Can we see the depth of the river? Not really. Again, if you go into photo mode and then go into free cam, you can kind of cheat a little bit and look under the water like this. Again, it's a little bit cheaty, but truck drivers in real life will get out of the cab and have a look at river crossings before driving through them. Ah, yeah, not even a hint of engine drowning there. Lovely. Right, let's get to the other side of this little car. Get to whatever upgrade this is. There you go. There's the thing provided by the mod, 145,000 newtons per square meter. And everything provided by the mod is separated by these two vertical dashes. The mod maker did that specifically so you know exactly what information is being provided by the mod, which is quite a nice touch. And this apparently goes on the Fleetstar, so that's an engine upgrade for the Fleety. That's good. White Western Star, Plaid Buddy, lots of other vehicles as well. Alright, bigger engine. That's good, that's good. We like that a lot. Fleetstar is slowly getting better. We've got race suspension on it now, larger tyres, just got the all-terrain tyres. Come on, little scout car, you can make it. You literally just did this crossing, come on. And now the Fleetstar is going to get a better engine, apparently. Well, if that engine is better than the one we have. Let's just go to low gear for a minute. And we literally just picked up the top end gearbox for this little thing, which is great. Okay, let's try and find our way back out of here. That's not the way we came, is it? Avoid these reeds, because reeds means marshy terrain. It's a little bit muddy here, but off-road tyres, big suspension, we good. I'm kind of snagged on the tree branches just now, so we'll just pull ourselves out. There we go. Now I believe we're going straight to the final watchtower. That's not it, that's one we've already seen. No, we're picking up the scout flatbed, or scout trailer, which we left all the way back at the very start of the game when we were looking for the Kodiak to sell so we could buy ourselves our Ankh Civilian. Okay, let's try and pick our way through all these tree stumps without actually hitting any. Do be careful, because sometimes they like to hide inside bushes, so keep the camera on the move. Drove straight over the top of that one, but again, because we have raised suspension, we got away with it. Same with that one. Right, let's go and rescue this trailer. It's been here for days and weeks. Hello little trailer, I have returned. And this time we're not going to get stuck in the mud. I'm just going to winch it out. There we go. And just nip round the front of it. Hook it on. Hey, and away we go. Right, let's turn the time on, because it's a little bit difficult to see what we're doing driving around the woods at midnight. So let's spin it on to 6 AM and get up to this watchtower. We have almost completed every task on the first map, which is nice. Still lots of contracts, and there's 3 other maps in this region. As I said, SnowRunner is a very slow game. Bit of a steep hill to get out of here, but we'll be fine. Might not even need all-wheel drive, just turn it off, see how we do, just to save on fuel. Probably will put the SnowRunner gearbox on this thing, because it gives us the additional high gear, and it will give us low gear minus and low gear plus. Really, low gear is like an extra half gear, so it's really like gear 0.5. Low gear plus is like your first gear. High gear is like either your second highest gear or 2/3 of your top gear. Yeah, just blazed up that hill, no trouble at all. Okay, let's go up here. Okay, final watchtower of this map. Let's refuel. Repair from the scout trailer, and I'm going to ditch the trailer. We're not leaving it here, we're just kind of leaving it here just now, because we have to get into these rocks and nudge on these little barrels. You know, TC is trailer car, standard trailer hitch car. And there's another contest there, which we're not going to be doing because they're timed and infinitely repeatable, and I don't like them, so I'm not going to do them. Okay. Let's get into these rocks and try and knock over all these barrels without dying. Looks like the first lot is just up here on the right, up this hill. Getting up the hill is not a problem. Getting back down it, maybe. So let's go to low gear and just crawl our way up. Ooh, that's steep. Car's not overly happy. It's sliding around a bit, but come on, come on, come on, come on. Hey. And I'm going to let gravity take me down. Use driving forward as my brake. I know it's a little bit unintuitive, but there we go. Alright, first one done. It's like second and third. Looks like we need to get back on the road, come here, and then kind of do that kind of nonsense. Now you will notice in these rocks, there are no trees. There are no fallen trees. There is nothing to winch onto. So if we start tipping over in here, we are in trouble. We're just going over, we'll have to recover to the garage and then drive all the way back up here. That would be a shame. Now, the reason I left the trailer here is because I know how tight and twisty these rocks are, and I didn't want to have to reverse to the trailer, so that's why I left it there. Okay then, this is the hole in the rock. Let's just damage our car for no good reason. Right. Oh, that looks nasty. That looks nasty. Right, I'm just gonna go to low gear again. If we had this SnowRunner gearbox, we could have done this in low gear minus, which is absolute crawling speed. And you think, you know, I'm just tickling the accelerator here. Getting up to these barrels is not the problem. Get out, okay. Getting back out of here is, because you can't really turn around anywhere, because it's all that horrible camber. Just handbrake. Oh crap, this is not good. Yuck, that was horrible. And we've made the car really top heavy. I don't like anything that's happening here. Right, let's just try and turn around on this little flat bit. Handbrake is our friend here, big time. Whew, okay, next one seems to be down here. Right, just tickle the accelerator. Now, the low gears are not just speed limiters. They do actually change how quickly your maximum torque is reached, because they reach their maximum torque a lot quicker. So let's just go to low gear. That's why they're really good at pulling you out of situations. Just letting gravity pull me down this little hill. Boop. There we go, it's disappeared. Can we turn around here? Can we do a 3-point turn, maybe? No, maybe, kind of, sort of. I don't want to have to reverse up that hill, I want to drive up it, but I also don't want to tip over when I'm turning myself around. Is there enough room to turn around? Insert Austin Powers meme here. And away we go. Okay. The road is this way, isn't it? Yes. Don't tip over now, you've done all this hard work. Just tickle the accelerator, let gravity pull you down hills. Especially in situations like this, don't accelerate when you're going downhill. And we're back in the road, oh thank God. Okay, 3 out of 5, not bad. 2 more sets of barrels to go. One's up here and one for some reason is in the middle of the river. Okay, this next lot is actually, as you can see, on this shelf of rock. So we have to go round behind this tree, climb up on this shelf of rock and do some rock scrambling, which is never a nice prospect, because rocks ain't got much grip. Come on, get up there. I'm just leaving the car on auto just now because we needed the power to pull ourselves up onto here. Again, judicious use of handbrake. Okay, now I'm going to low gear. Because this is a nasty little step. You have to knock all the barrels out of the blue zone. Oh crap. Kind of slid off it a little bit. Got one of the barrels stuck under my wheels. Right, let's try again. Well, we did it, but now I'm kind of stuck up here. Yeah, next set of barrels is all the way down there. We have got to figure out how the hell we get down here without dying. No! Well, screwed that up, didn't I? I think the easiest thing is just to recover back to the garage and just drive all the way back up here. It won't take long. We've cleared all the roads. I'm just going to go and do that. Right, see you soon. Right, we're back at the scene of the crime. This is where I tipped over, just up there. We slid off the top of that rock. Not good. But it didn't take too long to get back up here. Let's just pick up our little trailer, get in the river, kick over the last amount of barrels, and then go back and sell this trailer. We're going to take a bit of a sketchy route to get down there because time's pressing on and sketchy routes are fun. Sketchy route is down the waterfall. Let's go. Just again, let gravity do as much of the work as it can. We'll just go down the waterfall, easy peasy. There we go, lovely. A little bit humpy bumpy, nothing much to winch onto if things go bad, but we'll be fine. Just take it easy. And we are down. Excellent. Right, here's the last lot of barrels. It's in the middle of the river, but that'll be fine. We've got all-wheel drive, got big wheels. Let's drive around that big rock. Angle the camera so we can kind of see under the water. We're kicking up too much spray, so we'll go on to low gear. Come on, little scout car, you can make it. Hey, we did it. And we only tipped over once, which for me, doing that task was a minor miracle. I usually tip over about 3 times. Okay, even in low gear we're kicking up lots of water, but we are still moving. I don't think there's much to winch onto. We can winch onto that tree, I suppose. Oh, it's a dead tree, that'll do. Got us moving anyway. Right, I'm just going to winch the back end of my truck to that and just spin myself around like that. Come on. A little bit more forward, a little bit less sideways, please. There we go. Like Prometheus arising from the depths. Come on, little scout car, you can make it. Come on. Alright, cool. Did it. I'm just going to drive this thing all the way back to the garage. We'll sell the trailer and then we'll do King of the Hill with the Scout car. So King of the Hill is get up on the top of this hill, and I believe get up on top of that hill. So that's definitely going to be Scout, because this is really twisty-turny. Then, as I said, we'll get the fleet start and we'll pick up all these things, and that'll be all the tasks on this entire map done. Apart from Riverside Repair. But that's easy. Service spare parts and wooden planks. Easy. There's 2 service spare parts lying on the floor right there. As you can see, we made it back to the garage just fine, so let's change the gearbox to SnowRunner and sell the stock one. And the other truck upgrade we found was for the Fleet Star. So we're going from 135,000 newtons to 145 newton meter torque. Lovely. So we've got an extra 10,000 torque on this thing now, as well as the all-terrain tyres and the bigger suspension. I mean, it still hasn't got any of the good gearboxes, but Michigan is where we are. So we can get an off-road gearbox on this thing, apparently. And all we have to do is to get to rank 8, I believe, for off-road tyres. You know, 2,300 experience still to go, but, you know, we'll get there in the end. And one thing I am strongly considering is exchanging our nice little Chevy Scout for an international Loadstar Scout. This is excellent for 3 reasons at the moment. The first, as you can see, power to weight ratio, S. It's much more powerful than the Chevy. The second thing is that it has a lot more fuel at 130. And the third thing is its wheels and tyres and stability. It has double rear axle, which means not only is it wider, which means it's more stable, but it has twice as much rubber on the ground. So it's actually a lot better when it comes to grip. It also has all-wheel drive always on and diff lock always on. And this thing is pretty much the best of the American Scouts. A lot of people will rage at me in the comments about that, but I don't care. That is my own personal opinion. Another popular one is, where is it? The Ford F750. Again, we have to explore the world to find this. We can't buy it yet. It's weird. The Ford F750 is like a crossover between medium normal trucks and a Scout. It cannot pull Scout trailers. It can only pull medium trailers, but it doesn't really have the power to pull them. As you see, power to weight is only C, but it can have a one slot flatbed, and it can have a crane on the back. It can also have like lots of fuel and repair points. That's why it's quite popular. The Hummer is also quite popular, but it's a little too wide for my liking. The Earth Roamer's absolutely phenomenal. They're very much like a Ford F50, but they can actually carry Scout trailers, and they have an integrated radar system, so you don't need to buy the prototype radar thingy. But I personally think that the International Loadstar is the best American Scout. We can buy it right now. We do have enough money, so I think we might buy that and sell our Chevy. So let's just purchase it. Purchase and deploy. Here we are, a little Loadstar. Let's have a look at this thing. It's got 2 engines. I mean, it's on power to weight S plus with its lowest engine. And if you buy that engine, it will go even more S plus. Stock raised is in Alaska, so we'd have to wait to Alaska to get bigger wheels on it. Find the off-road gearbox of this thing here. Again, you notice it doesn't have the SnowRunner gearbox, which is for Scouts. This is, again, a little bit like a medium truck. 35-inch tyres is pretty damn good. It cannot have off-road yet. Again, like a truck, it needs rank 8 to get these good wheels. It can have an autonomous Scout winch, which is great. When it comes to frame add-ons, it can't have all that much. Pickup chassis is the one you usually use. It comes with a little bit of repair, some spare wheels and a little fuel tank. Service cab is just repair, no fuel and no spare wheels for some reason. And it can have a crane, but not a flatbed. You'd haul a Scout flatbed behind it and use a crane to load it. But the crane itself is so heavy and the truck itself is so light and has such a short wheelbase that even extending the crane can tip the truck over. So it's usually just used with the pickup chassis. So that'll probably be what we're going to use going forward instead of that. We're not going to sell this just yet. We're going to use this for one more thing. which is the King of the Hill task. I've already got the route planned out, so I'll meet you at the bottom of the hill. Okay, here we go, King of the Hill. And we'll start tracking it, and indeed it wants us to get up onto the top of this mountain and then back down and up to the other one. These mountains ain't no joke. We need to get all the way up there in our top heavy tippy truck. But it does at least have the SnowRunner gearbox now, so that's something. Just follow the twisty road up the mountain. Use the camera to try and spot ahead, and we've instantly flipped over. Excellent, well done. Just pull myself back up with me winch, because autonomous scout winch for the win. Spider-Man my way around that corner. Zoom in when you need to. You can even try first person view, but it's not the best. Again, just using my handbrake just to stop myself. Okay, I think we're out of the woods and we're actually on the mountain itself. This is so tight and twisty. I thought I was going to have to do a 3-point turn there, but I managed to just about get round. I'm just moving the camera all the way, all the time, just to check what I'm doing. And there's barely anything to winch onto. It's really tight up here and I don't like it. The narrowness is pretty much the main reason I didn't attempt this in the new Loadstar, and the fact that it doesn't have off-road tyres yet until rank 8. We're only rank 6. We have a long way to go to rank 8. Many thousands of experience points. Again, because the Loadstar is more like a truck than a scout, but it does pull scout trailers. Okay. Again, there is a reason I left this task until so late on this map, because I knew what it was like and I knew we had to get the upgrades and gearboxes and all the other good stuff that we needed to actually get this truck up here without too much effort. God, we're still not at the top yet. Not good for vertigo sufferers, don't look down. Right. Need to back up. No. Get round without tipping over. Come on, you can do it. There we go. Just tickle it round. Right. Ugh. That's the first of the 2 peaks. Next one, all the way over there. Which means, of course, we've got to get back down this one. Going down is more dangerous than coming up. Big time. See, just... Okay. Just gotta let gravity do the work. I'm only going to hit the accelerator when I come to a halt. And even then, just a short stab. No. Oh, damn it. Well, looks like... crap, we pulled that tree over. And it didn't winch us enough. Can we reach this tree down here? Yes, we can. I'm actually trying to pull myself over the edge to get rolling. Because that can sometimes help. Heyo! Right, we've basically broken all our suspension. But we have 5 suspension left, but guess what? I've got repair points on my little tiny roof rack. And I'm not dead. Yeehaw. I am, however, pointing in the wrong direction. Do I want to attempt a 3-point turn here? Looks like I'm going to. Oh, actually, it looks like we might be able to just reverse straight down here. Nope, stalled again. Let's pull ourselves this way this time. Come on, just get off that tree. Oh, not like that, you tit. Nope. Nope, oh, damn it. Well, we're down the mountain and we landed on our wheels. Insert Ace Ventura gif here. Like a glove. Totally meant that. That was absolutely the way I meant to do that. And that's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. Well, we're down now, so let's just go this way. The plan was to come off this hairpin here and drive down here, which is a bit of a shortcut, but I biffed it, so let's just go. And we do have to remember we do not have any repair points now, which is not great. Let's just refuel as well. We'll just pretty much drain the roof rack. Another nice little touch about the game is that when you actually use all the fuel and all the repair points and your spare tyres, they do actually disappear. There was a repair kit in the back of our little truck and now it's been used, it's not here. And when we use the remaining 6 litres of fuel in these jerry cans on the roof rack, they will also disappear. Nice touch, lets you know exactly what supplies you've used and what you haven't. Okay, here we are at the base of the next climb, so let's drink all the rest of the fuel. There go the jerry cans, they have now despawned. And we appear to be stuck in the mud, so let's just change gear. And claw ourselves out of here. Again, we can play around in low plus. As you can see, for a low gear, this is pretty much the same as your first gear in auto, but you reach your maximum torque much faster. Low gear plus is pretty chill. I quite like low gear plus. Let's just get up this mountain. Might as well leave it in low gear plus. It's not doing any harm at the minute. Okay, difficult to see the road. It kind of petered out there for a moment. Get around here, around this hairpin bend. Okay, we're coming out of the trees now. Just need to be careful. We do not have any more repair points and we don't have any more fuel. What we have is what we have. But as soon as we get to the top of the mountain, we'll be recovering straight back to the garage anyway. Okay, this big rock looks a little bit horrible, so let's just try and hit it dead centre and straddle it. Right, did it. That might have been difficult before we had the raised suspension and big wheels. Oh, this appears to be a lot more chill than the previous one was. We're nearly at the top. That's good, I like that. Oh yeah, that was much easier. Lovely. Boom. Back to the garage we go. Right, I think that'll do us for today. We've done more than enough work. We've uncovered all the watchtowers. We've got all the upgrades. We've upgraded some stuff. There's only 3 more tasks to do. Riverside repair, missing machinery. Is that their task? I think one of them's a contract. Yes, this one, lost container. And it looks like you've got a couple of other things to do. This is all logging. I'm not going to do logging yet because there's a specific truck I want to use for it and we haven't found it yet. That's on Drummond Island. That's on Drummond Island. That's Smithfield Dam. Wet harvest we can do while we're here. So we're going to do wet harvest and that one and this one and this one. So we'll finish this map in the next episode and then we'll actually get on to Smithfield Dam. We've stuck our nose in there a little bit, as I'll show you. We've unlocked the garage and the trailer store and we visited the service hub, and that's all we've done on this. We've done absolutely nothing else on this map. So when we come back, we'll finish Black River and we'll make a good start in Smithfield Dam. So until I see you again for that, do look after yourself and I'll talk to you again very soon.